Students, in this video, we shall discuss the Himalayan rivers. The major Himalayan rivers are the Indus, the Ganga, and the Brahmaputra. These rivers are long and are joined by many large and important tributaries. A river along with its tributaries may be called a river system. Number one, the Indus River system. In this picture, you can see Indus River flowing through the mountains. So here you can see the Indus River. The Indus River rises in Tibet near Lake Mansarovar. It flows toward west. It enters India in the Ladakh district of Jammu and Kashmir. So many tributaries such as Jaskar, Nubra, Shyok and Hunza join Indus River in the Kashmir region. Further, the Indus flows through Baltistan and Gilgit and emerges from the mountains at Attock. The Satluj, the Beas, the Ravi, the Chenab and the Jhelum join together to enter the Indus River. This river has a total length of 2,900 kilometers. So this is one of the longest rivers of the world. Do you know we are having Indus Water Treaty with Pakistan? According to the regulations of the Indus Water Treaty, which was signed in 1960, India can use around 20% of the total water carried by the Indus River system. This water is used for irrigation in Punjab, Haryana, and the southern and the western parts of Rajasthan. Next, the Ganga River system. In this picture, you can see River Ganga. The headwaters of the Ganga, called the Bhagirathi, is fed by the Gangotri glacier and joined by the Alaknanda at Devprayag in Uttarakhand. At Haridwar, the Ganga emerges from the mountains on the plains. In this picture, you can see confluence of Bhagirathi and Alaknanda at Devprayag. The Ganga is joined by many tributaries from the Himalayas. Some of them are Yamuna, Ghagra, Gandak and Kosi. The river Yamuna rises from the Yamunotri glacier in the Himalayas. It flows parallel to the Ganga and meets the Ganga at Allahabad. The main tributaries which come from the peninsular uplands are the Chambal, the Betwa and the Son. These rivers comes from semi-arid areas, hence they have shorter courses and they do not carry much water in them. In West Bengal, the Ganga river bifurcates. One branch, Bhagirathi Hooghly, is a distributary and it flows through the deltic plains to the Bay of Bengal and the main stream flows southwards into Bangladesh and it is joined by the Brahmaputra. In Bangladesh, it is known as the Meghna. This mighty river with waters from the Ganga and the Brahmaputra flows into the Bay of Bengal. The delta formed by these rivers is known as the Sundarban Delta. Do you know? The Sundarban Delta derived its name from the Sundari tree. It is world's largest and fastest growing delta. It is also the home of world-famous Royal Bengal tiger. The length of the Ganga is over 2,500 kilometers. Next, the Brahmaputra river system. The Brahmaputra rises in Tibet, east of Mansarovar Lake, very close to the sources of the Indus and the Satluj. In Tibet, this river is known as Sangpo River. On reaching the Namcha Barba, it takes a U-turn and enters India in Arunachal Pradesh. Here it is called Dihang and it is joined by Dibang and Lohit. Further, many other tributaries joins and Brahmaputra is formed. In Tibet, the river carries a smaller volume of water and less silt as it is a cold and a dry area. In India, it passes through a region of high rainfall. Here the river carries a large volume of water and considerable amount of silt. Do you remember that the world's largest riverine island is formed by the Brahmaputra? That's all about in this topic. In the next topic, we shall discuss about the peninsular river system. Thank you.